told you I'm the India delegate for the LIGA Global Network program. We are here to celebrate 5 years of La Liga in India and also the internationalization of La Liga globally. So just to give you, I'm going to take you through this presentation very quickly and give you a little insight into what has led to the internationalization and how we are headed with it. So it started with the intention to improve international presence for the league, enhance visibility, generate greater interest, and also enhance the number of fans globally for La Liga, and of course the growth in general. So just to give you a perspective. 2016, the one before this. Yeah, so just to give you a perspective, when we started off in 2006, La Liga only had its presence in Spain and the US pretty much. Today, in 2022, we've reached 90 countries with 11 offices, 44 global network delegates in 41 countries, and 11 more professionals from the international program who sit out of Madrid. Something that is very relevant for us in terms of making noise and being present globally is our global activations, and we call it local because we locally do, wherever we are present, we do local activations. If you see the rise from 2018-19 season to 2021, it's exponentially increased, and we are at 3 to 4 activations per day that La Liga does worldwide today. This is, of course, as you would imagine, the audiovisual experiences are a way of talking to everyone globally or showcasing ourselves. So we take immense care in how the audiovisual experience is brought out. We've seen a 30% global increase in the audiovisual growth ever since the globalization has happened, and there are the specific numbers. As you can see, Africa has had a over 1,000% increase. Okay, and then coming to our sponsorships, in 13-14 season we had 9 sponsors. Today we're sitting over 50 plus with many regional. Even in India we have Dream 11 and Hero Wire, which are our regional sponsors, and of course BKT Tires, which is a global sponsor but is an Indian brand as well. And then coming to why we meet you guys, and we intend to keep meeting you all the time, is communication and digital. We have 3,000 articles generated in 1,000 media in more than 60 countries to bring all the fans together and to make some noise. Okay, coming to the India office, as Aziz introduced, Jose Antonio Cachaza, who's the managing director, and I'm the La Liga delegate here. It's been 5 years since we started this beautiful journey, and some of the key factors that we've changed or come into perspective is in the next slide that Aziz will show us. Yes, so as you know, today on broadcast we are on MTV and Sports 18. I mean, we are with Viacom 18, and on TV we come on MTV and Sports 18 channel, and on OTT we are on Boot Select. Back in the day, we had also been innovative, and we had a no cost to fan tie-up with Facebook. Signing Rohit Sharma has been one of our key factors of growth in the country. We've gone from 300,000 social media followers to 6.5 million today, which is a 2,000% growth. Post the pandemic, we intend to continue our screenings, El Clasico screenings, where we've hosted more than 15,000 people per venue, and we've already touched 50,000 people. Our about Dream 11, BKT and Hero Wired. Yeah, La Liga Football Schools is a pan-India project. We're very passionate about it. Before the pandemic, we had 40 centers in 14 cities, and we intend to revive it and bring it to the same strength now that the things are looking normal. So I'll now let Aziz play a video for us that just encapsulates everything that we've done in India and how it's really sort of given us the shape that we have today. champions. The 36th, 37th and 38th match week were down to the wire for who gets relegated, who makes it to the second, third and fourth positions. As we know now, Real, Barca, Atleti and Sevilla have made it to the Champions League. Real Betis and Sociedad are going to go for the Europa. And we'll see what three teams come in from Smart Bank to Santander. From Santander to Smart Bank, Granada was unfortunate on the last day. They've been relegated, Levante and Alaves. So that's pretty much summing up what I wanted to say. Thank you very much for your time, and over to Aziz. Thanks.
So yeah, we just had just one last video to show, and post that I will ask Jose to come and share his words.
Sorry. Yeah, this is the season end video. I mean, the season has ended, but we thought maybe you would like the video anyway.
If it happened before, it could happen again. La Liga Santander finals are here.
Thank you, media friends. Now I would like to invite Jose to share a few words on the ongoing season and the La Liga competition for 5 years in India.
Well, thank you for coming here, and I think I'll start by apologizing. No, apologizing because India is a state that loves football, and we haven't come here in these 5 years working in the market. No, so I just hope this is the first of many. I'll be very short. So it was. We know that La Liga has a strong fan base in Goa, because Goa loves football, so it's easy to have fans here like in other parts of the country. So we hope to keep coming and to do things directly for the fans soon. So I won't extend myself, so I'm just open to your questions. I'm happy.
Anyone has any questions? Jose is here to answer them.
So do you think that Spain should collaborate with India in developing football in the future? Because Indian football is still at a very right stage.
Yes, but you must understand that professional sport is like the jungle. Nobody gives nothing for free. Nobody. Neither in football, nor in cricket, nor in basketball. So you cannot expect people that Indian football will develop sort of NGO help from outside. Those mechanisms already exist. And football has a global structure, very well financed, and that structure for helping the development of football directly, it's FIFA, AFC, AIFF, regional associations, or state associations in the case of India. That's the structure. Then we all come and must cooperate in the development of football in India, and let's face it, every relevant sports property in the world should have an interest on developing our brands in India. And one way of developing our brands, our competitions, our fan base in India is to cooperating to the development of football in India. No, it's everything goes together.
Hi, Jose. This is Marcus Medina from the Times of India. Since you started the India office in 2017, we all know that Premier League is the king of the sporting jungle or the football jungle in India. So how much ground have you covered in the last 5 years to narrow the gap between La Liga and the Premier League?
I mean, it depends how you grab this. No, this is really a long race. It's like if we're running a marathon and we're just in the K5. Just an analogy. I don't say that we'll need 42 years. I hope not. just look at the environment, no, where we are. English Premier League, the English in general, I mean, even before EPL was created, were the first to understand that the increase of the international presence will have an international return. And then with the creation of EPL, they actively exploited international markets, and that's why they are the #1 worldwide by revenue, by broadcast rights. That's undeniable. The figures are there. Nobody can say that. We are #2 worldwide, fairly behind EPL, although we are closing little by little the gap, but also far away of #3. So we can say that we are in a healthy position. Also, we must do things differently, or try different things, or we'll never catch up. No, that's why we have this international network that Akriti was mentioning, and no other international league has. At most, they can have an office, as Bundesliga have in Singapore. I think EPL is opening an office in Singapore. But these ambitious plans, we are the only ones. No? Only I think the American leagues like NBA have similar approaches. So in India, I mean, I could lie with you. You know these Mark Twain say, oh, there's 3 kinds of lies: lies, non-lies, and statistics. I could tell you with the statistics we are ahead of EPL. Several years we have more bigger broadcast audience. We double them in social media following, but we know that that's not the whole truth. No, we basically blast them in audience when they decided or Star decided that the matches will be only on HD, and that basically had an impact. And in social media we are being more aggressive and we are working better than them, because they are not doing. It's not that we are smarter or not. I mean, it's basically we are investing heavily on digital development more than they are. That means that we are ahead of them in India? Of course not. Of course not. We are still catching up. So I don't have numbers. I mean, that's what I say. I have numbers that I say, oh, I can prove you that we are ahead of them, but we are not. We know we are not. So we are catching up little by little. And again, we're in the K5 or 42.
Recently the departure of Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, a lot of people thought the La Liga brand would be hurt because the top stars moved away. But the numbers tell a different story. La Liga has continued to grow. What do you think are the reasons why La Liga has continued to grow despite not having possibly the biggest stars?
Well, we need to look at 95 years of history. And let's not forget, we are in the years of immediate consumption, on immediate relationship with the stars. Football stars or cricketers, they are sort of like Bollywood or Hollywood stars. And sometimes we tend to forget that we are talking of team sports, And I think if I compare football with cricket, the relevance of the team is higher in football than in cricket. So I always say this: players come and go, clubs stay, or national teams stay. Take Brazil. Brazil won 3 World Cups with Pelé and 2 or 3 more without Pelé. Again, with an incredible bunch of big names. Look at Real. Cristiano won, I think 4 or 5 Champions League with Real Madrid. Real Madrid has 13, so the club is always bigger than the player. No matter, maybe the only exception is Pelé and Santos in Brazil. But usually when you talk big clubs, I mean, there's no player bigger than a club, neither in Spain, nor in England, nor in France, nor in Italy. So this is what La Liga brings. And also another issue that I want to point out: La Liga historically has had all the top names, the real kings of football. All of them have played in La Liga. Alfredo Di Stefano in the 1950s, Johan Cruyff in the 1970s, Diego Maradona in the 80s, then Zinedine Zidane, and now these wonder years of Cristiano and Messi. The only two names I can mention that never came to La Liga were Pelé, never left Brazil, and Franz Beckenbauer, never left Bayern Munich. No other league can boast it. That we always been hosting the biggest name. So, and one thing also what's important is that we have created under the leadership of Javier Tebas a strong operation that basically through three important axes. Number one is the most secure, to ensure the economic stability of our clubs through a strong economic control system. Number two, a strong bet on digitalization, which is basically what I was answering before. And number three, that is what explains that we are here now with you, a strong bet on international development of our competition. So these, I think it put us in a better position to keep competing. And that's what happened with the big leagues. Nobody in the EPL cries when, Wayne Rooney retires. I mean, we all cry because they are big names. Nobody at NBA cries when Michael Jordan left. I mean, clubs and leagues stay, players come and go. More questions?